Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz. I'm Lord Capon's advisor and scribe, and now an envoy as well.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a scribe? Or are you trying to tell me you're a knight and a scribe? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
don't listen to him, Captain. He's travelling with me for the first time, and evidently, he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanush of Leipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobila. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Go away, Mutt. You'll get nothing from me. Go away, Mutt. You'll get nothing from me. Henry! Whistle at that mutt of yours to stop barking! For Christ's sake! Henry! Call off that damn dog before he wolfs down the last of our meat! Henry! Whistle at that mutt of yours to stop barking!
That dog of yours is barking like the devil. Quieten him down.
Henry,
That dog of yours is barking like the
call
devil.
off that mutt of
Quieten
yours!
him down.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of
Christ's
God.
sake.
How many times do I have to
Henry,
tell you?
Call
I
off
ain't
that
playing
damn
with
dog
you.
before he
not?
wolfs down the last of
Because
our
you
meat.
cheat.
I do not.
Oh? And how come you always win then, eh?
That's an easy one. I always win, because you always lose.
Henry, call that dog down.
Ha ha. Watch that tankard. You play dice with him, you'll lose your brace.
Get that dog to stop barking. Come on,
Christ's sake.
Conrad.
Henry,
Let's throw
call
a
off
few
that
dice.
damn dog before he wolfs down
How
the
many
last
times
of
do I
our
have
meat.
to tell you? I ain't playing with you.
Why not?
Because you cheat.
I do not.
Oh? And how come you always win then, eh?
That's an easy
Henry,
one.
whistle
I
at that
always
mutt
win,
of yours
'cause
to
you
stop
always
barking.
lose.
Do something with that mutt, Henry. It's doing my head in.
Very droll.
Call that dog, Henry. Who the hell can listen to that?
No.
Stop bothering me, mutt. Whistle to that dog.
Hey, Conrad.
Come here.
One little
What's all the
game,
fuss
eh?
about, Mutt?
Leave me
Are you that
alone.
hungry?
I
All right,
know you only
I'll see
cook
what I can
well.
get for you.
It's all one little game. One little game. Then you go and take my last groceries.
That barking was a...
Come here. Come here.
This is boring. We carry on to the foothill at Trossy. They must have a tavern there. Fellow could have a game there.
Give over, tankard. There'll be time enough for the tavern after we deliver the letter.
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods. Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in. If you don't... watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumans is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Hey, Oates. Didn't you notice the way Mutt was looking at you? You're lucky I called him off, but I might not be on time next time. So it would be better if you got on his right side. So give him that sausage, eh?
So that's your way, is it? Suit yourself then. Take the damn sausage since it's so important to you, but I'll remember what kind of fuller you are.
Mutt! Mutt! Come here! Mutt!
Heel.
Tankard!
Yeah, yeah.
Tankard!
Yeah, yeah.
Here, Mutt. Here you go. Take it.
Have you ever been in these parts before?
No, but I know there's a village called Troskovitz at the foot of the castle, and there's a tavern there. Me and Conrad will go there and fatten our purses nicely on the locals. I got the dice ready for it. If Sir Hans gives us a bit of free time, like. I must remind him.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure thing, Henry. How's about a little wager to spice it up?
What do you want to wager?
Look, if you lose, how about you pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky?
And if I win?
Well, I've got this silver ring here I won from Oates yesterday. I'll wager that.
Sounds fair to me. All right, it's a deal.
Today's my lucky day. I can feel it in my bones. Ha ha! My lucky dice never fail. It's mine, friend. Tomorrow, we'll drink on Henry's coin.
That's just great.
You can never have too much ale. Want to try your luck again? Same wager.
All right, let's carry on. Now I'll show you.
Come on, then. Show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time. Remind me not to play with you next time. My God, I'm done. You know you can throw again, right? No, that's as far as I go. Fuck, that's rotten luck. You know you can throw again, right? Wonderful! Ha ha! My lucky dice never fail. It's mine, friend. Tomorrow, we'll drink on Henry's coin.
That's just great.
You can never have too much ale.
All right.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side. Curva! Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Hey, Oates. I won a ring off Tankard at Dice. I believe it's yours.
Really? Christ, it is mine. I lost it yesterday. Would you give it back to me? After all, I gave you that sausage out of the goodness of my heart. Be fair, Henry.
Don't cry, Oates. Here, you have it.
You're a good lad, Henry. Thanks.
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
They didn't do anything, though. Besides, that captain was just an underling.
Just an underling? How could you tell?
He backed down in the end, though.
Because I kept... You better keep your nose out of it next...
I apologise. You're right.
That's all right. I understand how you feel. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh?
All right, then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Tankard!
Yeah.
So, should we start?
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armor, grab a practice sword and come along.
Watch that tankard. You play dice with him, you'll lose your brace.
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready? Let's start.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me.
Da! Da!
So Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Defend yourself properly. Why don't you cover yourself? Wrong. Cover, for Christ's sake. Good. That's the way. Nice. Good. Don't get so close to me. Good.
Oh, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
You're too slow. Not like that. You mustn't block so soon. doing great, Henry. Try blocking later. That's not it. You mustn't block until after I start my strike. Faster, yeah? No! You only block after I start swinging. That's it! Nice! But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready! Nice! Not like that. You mustn't block so soon. After covering, you have to strike straight away. Why didn't you strike afterwards? No! You only block after I start swinging. You have to block first. That's not it. You mustn't block until after I start my strike. You have to follow up with a strike. Strike back after the block. After covering, you have to strike straight away. Why didn't you strike afterwards? You have to follow up with a strike. Not like that. You mustn't block so soon. Good, Henry. That's not it. You mustn't block until after I start my strike. After covering, you have to strike straight away. Well, hey, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Too slow. Nice. Good riposte. Nice. Not like that. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right, 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself! And another. You haven't got a hope. You haven't got a hope. You haven't got a hope. Oh, you haven't got a hope.
I've had enough.
And you've had it. I say the victor is clear. I'll get my winnings from you later. Now it's time to eat. Oh, that swordplay has given me quite an appetite. Let's get some grub.
So who won, gentlemen?
That's obvious, isn't it? Henry learned a lesson or two, and I won our bet. At least I'll have someone to buy me drinks in the tavern. It was almost like that time in Rattay.
True. Only I won that time. Your bow, which came in very handy afterwards.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oates? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
And I had to drag you out of that tavern before everyone pounced on us.
And he had his work cut out. You wasn't having it much.
Now, if you was able to court the lasses like me, maybe she wouldn't have started screeching.
I can't say I'm surprised. Just imagine it, fellas. You're a fair maiden. Your lovely locks falling on your shoulders. No thought of wickedness. And then Tankard's fat head appears before you with his crooked mouth. And he says, "Where's the shit, oh my pretty?"
I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry? You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Listen up. I'll tell you what that girl, the wildest she-cat I know.
Enough, enough. You want to be a ship and you talk like that about a damn... You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
I needed a bit of peace and quiet. I had a stroll around, checking out what plants grow here, praying for the success.
At last someone with some sense.
If I always had to think everything over, but...
I wouldn't have rolled in the hay with so many girls if I spent my time just thinking about it.
Thanks for the prayer, anyway.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, Will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could...
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the royal chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
The sword is a weapon of a balanced, fast. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your...
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight.
Sword. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Istvan told... And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that.
Well,
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Istvan's shoes if you ever come...
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated. And let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
we rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supply.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words, we can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe there, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans!
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close. Crouch down, you ox. They'll see you. Stop your nonsense and crouch down. If they spot you, the fun will be over. Stop fooling around. Keep your head down.
Holy Mother of God!
I can't swim.
Henry, I told you to...
We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. A letter. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
Hey!
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs!
The bastards with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
What are you gaping at?
Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Oh, his torch is quick!
Oh, Mott. What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What?
Oh, shit. Well, we got...